Hello, friends. Welcome back to our channel, where we talk all about living your healthiest, happiest life after 60. I'm Dr. Adam, and today, we're diving into a topic that affects millions of older adults, joint pain. If you've ever woken up with stiff knees, aching hips, or sore fingers, you're not alone. Joint pain is one of the most common complaints as we age. But did you know that what you eat can make a huge difference in how your joints feel? That's right, some foods can secretly make joint pain worse by causing inflammation in your body. And the tricky part: many of these foods are common in our everyday diets, and we might not even realize they're doing harm. So, in today's video, we'll uncover the top foods you must avoid after 60 because they can silently weaken your joints. And don't worry, I'll also share some delicious, healthy alternatives you can enjoy instead. Let's get started. 1. Why diet matters for joint health. Before we jump into the list, let's quickly talk about why diet is so important for your joints. As we age, the cartilage that cushions our joints naturally wears down. This can lead to conditions like osteoarthritis, which causes pain, swelling, and stiffness. But here's the good news: research shows that certain foods can either help or harm your joints, depending on how they affect inflammation in your body. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection. But when it becomes chronic, meaning it sticks around for a long time, it can actually damage your joints and make pain worse. So, by choosing the right foods, you can help reduce inflammation and protect your joints for years to come. 2. Foods to avoid. Number 1, processed meats. Let's start with the first food to avoid: processed meats. This includes things like bacon, sausage, hot dogs, deli meats, and even some canned meats. These foods are often high in saturated fats, salt, and preservatives like nitrates. Why are they bad for your joints? Studies have shown that processed meats can trigger inflammation in the body. In fact, a 2017 study published in the journal Arthritis and Rheumatology found that people who ate more processed meats had higher levels of inflammatory markers and more severe joint pain. What to eat instead? Try swapping processed meats for lean proteins like grilled chicken, turkey, or fish. Fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are especially good because they're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which actually help fight inflammation. Foods to avoid. Number 2, refined carbohydrates. Next up, refined carbohydrates. These are foods made with white flour and sugar, like white bread, pastries, cookies, and many breakfast cereals. They might taste good, but they can be tough on your joints. Why are they bad for your joints? Refined carbs cause your blood sugar to spike, which leads to the release of inflammatory chemicals in your body. Over time, this can make joint pain worse and even increase your risk of developing arthritis. What to eat instead? Choose whole grains like oatmeal, brown rice, quinoa, or whole wheat bread. These foods are packed with fiber, which helps keep inflammation in check and supports healthy digestion. 4. Foods to avoid. Number 3, sugary drinks. The third food, or drink, to avoid is sugary beverages. This includes soda, sweetened teas, energy drinks, and even some fruit juices with added sugar. Why are they bad for your joints? Sugary drinks are one of the biggest sources of added sugar in our diets. High sugar intake has been linked to increased inflammation and a higher risk of developing rheumatoid arthritis, according to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. What to drink instead? Try water with a splash of lemon, herbal teas, or sparkling water with a slice of fruit. These options keep you hydrated without the added sugar. So, we've covered 3 big offenders so far: processed meats, refined carbs, and sugary drinks. But there are a few more foods you'll want to watch out for if you want to keep your joints healthy and pain-free. Stick with me, because up next, we'll talk about some surprising foods that might be sneaking into your diet, and what you can eat instead to support strong, flexible joints. 5. Foods to avoid. Number 4. Fried and fast foods. Let's move on to another big culprit, fried and fast foods. This includes things like French fries, fried chicken, onion rings, and many items you'll find at fast food restaurants. These foods are often cooked in oils that are high in unhealthy fats, especially trans fats and omega-6 fatty acids. Why are they bad for your joints? Fried foods can increase inflammation throughout your body. Trans fats, in particular, have been shown to raise levels of inflammatory markers and may even speed up the breakdown of cartilage in your joints. According to the Journal of Nutrition, people who eat more fried foods tend to have higher rates of arthritis and joint pain. What to eat instead? If you're craving something crispy, try baking or air frying your favorite foods instead of deep frying them. You can also use healthy oils like olive oil or avocado oil, which contain anti-inflammatory properties. And don't forget about roasted veggies, they're delicious and much better for your joints. 6. Foods to avoid. Number 5. Excessive salt. Next, let's talk about salt, something that sneaks into many foods, especially processed and packaged items. Why is too much salt bad for your joints? Eating too much salt can cause your body to retain water, leading to swelling and increased pressure on your joints. Some studies, like one published in Arthritis Care and Research, have even linked high salt intake to a greater risk of developing rheumatoid arthritis. What to eat instead? Try flavoring your meals with herbs and spices instead of reaching for the salt shaker. Fresh garlic, basil, rosemary, and turmeric not only add flavor, but also have anti-inflammatory benefits. And when you buy packaged foods, look for low sodium or no salt added on the label. 7. Foods to avoid. Number 6. Certain dairy products. Now, this one might surprise you. Some dairy products can also be a problem for joint health, especially for people who are sensitive to them. Why can dairy be bad for your joints? For some older adults, dairy can trigger inflammation and joint pain, particularly if you have a sensitivity or intolerance to lactose or casein, a protein in milk. A study in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that some people with arthritis felt better when they reduced or eliminated dairy from their diets. What to eat instead? If you suspect dairy is bothering your joints, try switching to plant-based alternatives like almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk. You can also get calcium from leafy greens, broccoli, and fortified non-dairy products. We've covered 6 foods and drinks that can secretly weaken your joints and make pain worse as you age. But don't worry, there are plenty of delicious, healthy options you can enjoy instead. In the next part, I'll share a few more foods to watch out for, plus some simple tips to help you build a joint-friendly diet that keeps you moving and feeling your best. 8. Foods to avoid. Number 7. Artificial sweeteners and additives. Now, let's talk about something that often hides in diet or sugar-free foods, artificial sweeteners and additives. These include ingredients like aspartame, sucralose, and MSG, monosodium glutamate, which are commonly found in diet sodas, sugar-free snacks, and processed foods. Why are they bad for your joints? Some studies suggest that artificial sweeteners and additives can trigger inflammatory responses in certain people, especially those with autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. While the research is still ongoing, many people report increased joint pain and stiffness after consuming these ingredients. What to eat instead? If you want to sweeten your food, try natural options like a small amount of honey or pure maple syrup. For flavor, use fresh herbs, lemon juice, or spices. And always check food labels for hidden additives. 9. Foods to avoid. Number 8. Alcohol. In excess. Let's not forget about alcohol. While an occasional glass of wine might not be harmful, drinking too much alcohol can be tough on your joints. Why is alcohol bad for your joints? Alcohol can increase inflammation and dehydrate your body, which can make joint pain worse. It can also interfere with medications you might be taking for arthritis or other health conditions. According to the Arthritis Foundation, heavy drinking is linked to a higher risk of gout and other joint problems. What to drink instead? If you enjoy a drink now and then, try to limit yourself to 1 serving per day, or less. And remember, water, herbal teas, and infused waters are always great choices for staying hydrated and supporting joint health. Foods to avoid. Number 9, red meat, especially fatty cuts. Finally, let's talk about red meat, especially fatty cuts like ribs, steaks, and burgers. Why is red meat bad for your joints? Red meat is high in saturated fat, which can increase inflammation in the body. Some studies, like one published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, have found that people who eat a lot of red meat have higher levels of inflammatory markers and more joint pain. What to eat instead? Choose lean proteins like chicken, turkey, or fish. Plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, and tofu are also excellent choices. If you do eat red meat, try to limit it to once a week and choose leaner cuts. So, let's quickly recap the foods you should avoid to protect your joints after 60. Processed meats, refined carbohydrates, sugary drinks, fried and fast foods, excessive salt, certain dairy products, artificial sweeteners and additives, alcohol, in excess, red meat, especially fatty cuts. But remember, it's not just about what you avoid, it's also about what you add to your diet. In the next part, I'll share some of the best foods you can eat to support healthy, pain-free joints, plus a few simple tips to make healthy eating easy and enjoyable. 11. What to eat instead. Joint-friendly foods. Now that we've covered the foods to avoid, let's focus on the good news. There are plenty of delicious foods that can actually help protect your joints and reduce inflammation. 1. Fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, and trout are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which have been shown in numerous studies to lower inflammation and ease joint pain. The Arthritis Foundation recommends eating fatty fish at least twice a week for the best benefits. 2. Colorful fruits and vegetables. Berries, cherries, oranges, spinach, kale, and broccoli are loaded with antioxidants and vitamins that help fight inflammation. For example, cherries contain anthocyanins, which have been shown to reduce symptoms of arthritis. 3. Nuts and seeds. Walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are great sources of healthy fats and plant-based omega-3s. They're also easy to add to oatmeal, yogurt, or salads. 4. Olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil contains oleocanthal, a compound with anti-inflammatory properties similar to ibuprofen. Use it as your main cooking oil or drizzle it over salads and vegetables. 5. Whole grains. Oats, brown rice, quinoa, and barley are high in fiber, which can help lower levels of C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation in the body. 6. Beans and lentils. These plant-based proteins are rich in fiber, protein, and minerals. They're also low in fat and can help keep inflammation in check. 7. Turmeric and ginger. Both of these spices have been used for centuries to fight inflammation. You can add them to soups, stews, or even smoothies for a tasty anti-inflammatory boost. 12. Simple tips for a joint-friendly diet. Making changes to your diet doesn't have to be overwhelming. Here are a few simple tips to help you get started. Tip 1. Start small. You don't have to change everything overnight. Try swapping out 1 or 2 foods at a time. For example, Replace your morning white toast with whole grain bread, or have grilled salmon instead of a burger for dinner. Tip 2. Relabels. Processed foods often hide added sugars, salt, and unhealthy fats. Take a moment to read the nutrition label and ingredient list before you buy. Tip 3. Plan your meals. Planning ahead can help you make healthier choices and avoid last-minute temptations. Try making a weekly menu and prepping some meals in advance. Tip 4. Stay hydrated. Drinking enough water helps keep your joints lubricated and can reduce stiffness. Aim for at least 6 to 8 cups of water a day, unless your doctor advises otherwise. Tip 5. Listen to your body. Everyone is different. If you notice certain foods make your joints feel worse, try cutting back and see if you feel better. Keep a food and symptom diary to help you spot patterns. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every small change you make can add up to big benefits for your joint health and overall well-being. In the final part, I'll answer some common questions about diet and joint pain, and share a few words of encouragement to help you stay motivated on your health journey. 13. Frequently asked questions about diet and joint pain. Let's wrap up with some of the most common questions I hear from viewers just like you about diet and joint health. Q1. Can changing my diet really make a difference in my joint pain? Absolutely. While diet isn't a cure-all, many studies and real-life stories show that reducing inflammatory foods and adding more joint-friendly options can lead to less pain, better mobility, and even improved mood. It may take a few weeks to notice changes, so be patient and consistent. Q2. Do I have to give up all my favorite foods forever? Not at all. It's about balance, not deprivation. If you love a certain food that's on the avoid list, try to enjoy it only on special occasions, and focus on healthier choices most of the time. Remember, it's what you do most days that matters most. Q3. Are supplements like glucosamine or turmeric pills helpful? Some people find relief with supplements like glucosamine, chondroitin, or turmeric. However, results can vary, and it's always best to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, especially if you take other medications. Q4. What if I have other health conditions, like diabetes or heart disease? The good news is that a joint-friendly diet, rich in whole foods, healthy fats, and low in processed items, is also great for your heart, blood sugar, and overall health. If you have specific dietary needs, work with your healthcare provider or a registered dietitian to create a plan that's right for you. 14. Words of encouragement and final thoughts. Taking care of your joints is one of the best gifts you can give yourself as you age. Remember, every healthy choice you make, no matter how small, can help you stay active, independent, and enjoying life to the fullest. If you're just starting out, don't get discouraged. Change takes time, and it's normal to have ups and downs. Celebrate your progress, and don't be afraid to ask for support from friends, family, or your healthcare team. And most importantly, listen to your body. You know yourself better than anyone else. If something doesn't feel right, talk to your doctor. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found these tips helpful and empowering. If you learned something new, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos on senior health and wellness. And if you have questions or want to share your own experiences with joint pain and diet, leave a comment below. I love hearing from you. Take care of yourself, keep moving, and remember, you deserve to feel your best at every age.